What's going on, guys? It's Cliffy here, and oh my god, I'm so shocked. I'm actually getting a bat in the English T20 comp. Now, as I was saying in my last cricket video, I did make my season debut on Saturday, and all in all, things went pretty well. We started off pretty good. One of our openers made 58, I believe, and I came in with, it must have been about 12 overs to go, steered the team to 180 off our 40 overs, finishing with 30 not out, which included a few boundaries, and there was actually a few nice shots in there, most of them on the leg side. I was real gutted. There was one ball that I went, it was the last ball of the over. This guy bowled, it was short and wide, it set up, and it was just there to be absolutely punished and cut away, and I just left it. And the wicketkeeper said to me, he couldn't believe that I left it. I couldn't believe that I left it. And the umpire couldn't believe that I left it. But all in all, good start to the season. The team did pick up the wind. It was the win. There wasn't much wind. There was a lot of rain. But we did pick up the win. We scored, as I said, 180. It must have been 180 for 7 off our 40. We did only have 9 players, which was a bit of a concern. But we then carried on, and we actually scored 100... No, sorry, the other team scored, because it went to Duckworth-Lewis, I think after, it must have been about 9 overs or something. I think they're about 49 for 7, and our guy who came in first change actually took all 7 wickets. He took 7 for 1, so that is real impressive that he could go and do that. So a good start to the season. That's actually the boys' first win as well. First win, it was just the second game that they had played, because they picked up a bye in the second week, and then a narrow loss in the first week. So a good start to the season. Good to see boys, new boys coming into the side especially, and picking up wickets, scoring runs, which is impressive. The guy who scored 58, he actually scored 50... Oh no, we won't take 2 there. He scored 56, I think, in the first game. So he's got an average now. He said it's about 124, I guess that will make his average. So that is an impressive start to his season. So hopefully we can go and hang on to him, because obviously he's going to be a very... Oh, get there. God, almost bloody running myself out. It's going to be a very handy acquisition, as is the player who took the 7 for. I mean, it was just incredible. And what made it even more incredible is that when we started to go out in the field, oh, that's bullshit. How did I get caught behind this in domestic? In domestic, I'm not going to review that. But that is awful. What made it even more impressive is when we started to come off, it started to drizzle, and then it started to rain a wee bit. And this guy who took 7 for 1, he did not have like proper cricketing shoes. He had just like, I guess you call them sand shoes, trainers, whatever you want to call them. Holy crap, this must be a bad pitch. Because Guten Gambier's bowling and he's picking up wickets. But yeah, real impressive that he was doing that without spikes. And I just said, wow, because the opening bowl actually came in, he bowled 1 over. First 2 balls went for 4 and a 6. So that's where they got most of their runs from. But he just could not get a grip with the ground, because when we came in it was starting to get quite damp underfoot, and it was hard. The ball was absolutely destroyed. It didn't help that a few times it was being rolled along the ground to the bowler, and we just said so many times, but the fella went and just absolutely destroyed them, ripped through them, and at the end of the day, that was the winning of the game, because we ended up winning by 91 runs on the Duckworth-Lewis, which is pretty impressive. And as I said, good for the boys to go and pick up that first win, because it's what we needed to go get on the board, and hopefully we can carry on from there. This Saturday, I may be able to play a wee bit. I can't stay all the time because I've actually got, my sister's got a dance show that's going to be on, so I can't play the whole game, which is a bit disappointing, because I'd like to go and carry on where I left off with the bat. Didn't get a chance to have a bowl. We picked up a wicket here, which is good. But yeah, I'd like to go and carry on with the bat, obviously, where I started off. And it would be nice to go and get a few net sessions as well, just so I can go and try and work on that offside play as well. Because I think if I have that offside play sorted, I will hopefully be scoring a few runs this season. Oh! 2 and 2 on the hat-trick. But yeah, a bit disappointed I didn't get a chance to bowl. I was actually, the over before we came off, we were actually told off to come off by the groundsman, just because the pitch was probably going to get absolutely ruined. But before he told us to come off, I was actually going to be, oh, catch that please. Yes! Hat-trick. Thank you very much. I was actually going to come in and bowl, and normally I bowl just wee medium paces, but with the state that the ball was in, I was very, very tempted to go and just bowl little offies. As you can see there, we get the hat trick. 3 for 1. 3 for 1. What a start. This pitch. What is this pitch? Where has this pitch come from? That's what I want to say. 6 for 39. As I said, Gambia has picked up wickets. We've picked up 3. And now I don't feel quite as bad for getting out. But that was still a bad shot to get out to. Especially when it's been so long since I've had a bat. I really should have gone and cashed in on the opportunity. Because it's not very often, as I said, that the top order and the middle order will both fail in the single game. And will come in and actually have quite a bit of time to go as well. So that's enough about obviously my cricket. World cricket at the moment, obviously West Indies have gone and walked out of the tour of India due to I think is it money? I think it's money. The players haven't been paid or something like that, or there's a players dispute or something, which isn't ideal. I know in domestic cricket that Victoria took on Western Australia the other day. Last night actually, sorry. Western Australia, they picked up the win, and I think I was reading somewhere that they're unbeaten so far in the Matador Cup. I don't know how many games have been. But there was some records that have been broken actually recently. I know Ben Dunk scored 229 not out, I believe, for Tasmania in a game against Queensland. And they scored just under, I think it was 398. Possibly. And Queensland, funny enough, actually chased it down. So they scored 400 plus in a one-day game. Kawaja. It's Kawaja. It is. I always get those two mixed up. I get Kawaja, who plays obviously for Borussia Dortmund now, and Kawaja mixed up the obviously Queensland opening batsman. He scored 160 odd, and I think Hartley, who is his opening partner, I believe, who's the wicketkeeper, I think he scored. Oh, he's not going to catch that. What are you doing, fielder? Scored 100. He scored 100 odd as well, and so they got home, which was pretty impressive. I mean, wow, just wow. It is just words. Words cannot describe just how it is. There was a South African duo as well. Speaking of more records, Morne van Wyk and someone else, I can't remember. It was for a South African domestic team, and they now hold the record for the highest opening run partnership. I think it's about 337 runs they scored. That might be too high for the LBW. I think it is. I almost got out LBW actually on Saturday. I mean, it hit the pads. I don't know what it was doing. I think it was potentially going quite well down leg, but it was a good shout. I was batting outside my crease as well, you know. But it just annoys me that when I was in batting, that people just gave their wickets away. I mean, this guy, he was smashing it. I think he just hit a 6, just hit a 4, and then apparently he got bored and just gave his wicket away, hit it down the ground, and wanted to get caught out. 2 players actually got caught trying to play a wee little lap sweep, and I just said to them, what were they trying to do? It was just frustrating. But I was happy with the way I went. Quite a few boundaries, and yeah, it's just good to start off the season in a nice way. New South Wales and Tasmania actually playing today. That starts at 4 o'clock, and then Tasmania playing South Australia again. Wow. Are those I was going to say, are they semi-finals? Oh, yes! There's our 5-wicket bag. I wasn't even really paying attention because I'm looking at this here. But yeah, Western Australia and Queensland, they're playing on the 22nd as well, which is Wednesday. Yeah, it is Wednesday. South Africa and New Zealand actually play tomorrow. That's pretty exciting. I was meant to be going to that game, but obviously things have changed. But yeah, that'll be pretty cool to go and watch that and see how we go against South Africa. AB de Villiers has come out lately and just said that, oh man, damn it, has said that New Zealand are very much the dark horses for the upcoming World Cup, and they have a very good chance of winning. Hopefully, I mean, it would be great if New Zealand could go and win the World Cup. The batch of players I think we have at the moment is probably the best batch of players we've had in a while. It's definitely probably given us the best chance, and obviously being in our backyard, being in Australia, the conditions playing into our hands, surroundings, I guess, that are familiar. So fingers crossed we can go and do that. Graham Napier, how do you pick up man of the match for scoring 35 not out? And I took 5 for 7. How does that work? I don't know. But anyway, guys, do hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please remember to leave a like. If you are new, please do subscribe. Do tune in tomorrow. We'll have a FIFA video. Not sure whether that's going to be a you pick, I play, player career, team career. I've got so many options to do at the moment. It's just great. But there's going to be a FIFA video coming your way, as I said. So make sure you do not miss that.